It's Trucker Peppo. Um, Running my last load for the day. Um I think I made a mistake. I think I deleted my first video that I done here a couple weeks ago, but I knew at this. But um, since I did that first video, um, I can't believe. Yeah, I got some criticism for some of it. Um, I got some. Actually, I got a couple death threats and some physical violence. Well, let me address just a couple of them. Okay, I'm driving and doing this. Somebody named Adam said something about he's creepy. He or let's see, he creeps on young, mostly, and there's uh, said pedophile lover and time zone. I ain't gonna tell you what they said, but that's just some of it. Let me make it perfectly clear. All the auditors out there um, have got a purpose, and that's keeping our public servants accountable for what they do. And that's even protecting everybody's rights, regardless if we agree or not. They're supposed to protect everybody's rights. So, you know, if someone don't like something that I say on here, um, I'm an old Tennessee boy. Yeah, I speak my mind, but I'm careful what I say about somebody. I don't personally attack somebody. Just I just don't do it. I don't believe in it. Now, number one, News Now Houston, David Warden has just been charged. I don't know why some people can't get that in their heads. That don't mean he's guilty because in this country these days, as the way it's always been, you're innocent until proven guilty, and that's how it should be treated. Furry potato. Uh, I don't agree with you know with his gender choice or whatever you want to call it, but I respect it. If that's what she wants to do, so be it. I'm not going to stand in their way, or I'm not going to say nothing bad about them. Seems like a nice person. Seems like got a nice personality. I enjoy the videos that I watch of these other auditors. Um, I just got through listening to a video, watching a video of out in Las Vegas. I've been keeping up with that, and you know, it is what it is. Uh, I mentioned that I had a record. Yes, I do. And somebody said I must be a rapist. That's way off base. If you don't know me, don't be saying what you think I may have done, because I got a stack of papers where I'm trying to get my record sealed, and I can. And I'll tell you what it is. It's burning of personal property. Let me put it in English that some of you idiots can understand. Maybe arson. All right, that's what. That's what. But you know, I was charged with burning of personal property. If you want to transfer to make it look more serious, call it arson. I don't care what you call it. Um, but like I said, I've got nothing to hide. I'll put mine out there in the public's eye. I don't care. I don't care because that was back um, some time ago, and I really don't care. But I got nothing to hide. I don't hide behind this camera. But if I've got something to say to somebody, I'll tell it to their face or call them up on the phone. Um, that's just the way I am. That's the way I was raised. If I got a problem with somebody, I'll go see that person. So the people that's trying to bash David and trying to bash Furry Potato and trying to bash, I heard some nasty comments uh, about what was going on with the two people auditors out in Las Vegas. You know, that's wrong. You know, I work uh, somewhat, somewhat 18 hours a day. Uh, you know, and you know, I work hard, and I don't like it when you see people working, you see people trying to do good, and then they get bashed by mistakes that they make in their life. The ones that's saying bad things about me, about uh, Earl David Warren, or Furry Potato, or anybody else, does that matter? What they're trying to get the attention off themselves onto somebody else is what I think. So before you start bashing me and saying that you think because I got a record that you know what it is, I told you what it was. It's burning first property. It's arson. Um, I regret. I do. I regret getting involved in that stuff that I got involved with. You know, I don't like it. But it's done. It's what's done, and there's nothing that I can do about it except live better, do right, live by the law, and go from there. I've got about $30,000 worth of that I'm fixing to shell out for work on my teeth where they got broke and cracked and stuff from that explosion that I was in because I almost died in 2012 with that. I'm just I can't believe that the way people and way people act nowadays. You know, some people act like they've never done nothing wrong. They act like they are God's gift on this earth, that they're the only ones that can do right, and everybody else does wrong. Let me give you a piece of advice. You live like that, you act like that. Guess what? Sooner or later, it's going to come around and bite you in the ass. And you're going to be sitting there, what the hell happened to me? I've seen it happen time and time again. And, I'm not asking for nobody's sympathy because it was my fault. Um, and I'll say this again. I support News Now Houston, and I support Furry Potato because number one, I watched all the video, everything several times. I see nothing that she did wrong. What I did see was a foreigner with an itchy trigger, wanting to make a name for herself. I saved a bunch of kids. the way I understand it, and there's no evidence in the video that Furry Potato was doing that there was any kids around. They was all safely in. It was outside on a public sidewalk videotaping. Um, I know that I watched the ones from Shell with News Now Houston. I looked them up and pulled all of them up over a period of time. And David, he's badly ruffling their feathers and that police department. He has exposed a mess. And, you know, uh, there's good and bad in everybody. And when you start bashing other people for what they have done in their past and what you think they may do, you're it's wrong. And I know I'll get some freaking criticism from this video. And I really don't care. Um, I'm going to start back into auditing and holding the public servants and the police departments and different ones accountable in my area because it's out of control here in Ohio. And I've seen a trend. It's getting worse. The town I live in is terrible. They have literally they're running that town in the ground. And I've noticed I look at other communities and last few years they're cleaning up, remodeling, refurbishing their downtowns. They're redoing, and making improvements, make it more inviting for people to live there, for people to want to shop there. We don't have that in Sydney, Ohio. We don't. There's one, maybe two sections of that town that looks really super nice, beautiful. It's pretty. It's nice. We're drug infested with a heroin. We've got a sheriff in our county, in Shelby County, that's crookeder than a dog's hind leg, and nobody holds them accountable. They're off the radar. They're off the screen, and they do what they want. They treat people like they want, and nobody holds them accountable. I will say this: we do have one judge in our county, in our town, that that's a decent judge. He tries to do and set that bench like a judge supposed to, and you don't find that very often. And he's come down to criticism uh, for the way he handles some things. All I'm saying is you can say what you think about my videos. You can not like me. I don't care. But when you start threatening me and with death and with bodily harm, you're making a big mistake. Number one, you won't come to Ohio and say that to my face because I don't take threats. I don't take threats very lightly. You know, I served in the military, uh, served honorably. It's on my driver's license because in Ohio, I don't know how many states it actually does this, but they honor their veterans by at the bottom where you see that you're a donor, uh, where you're donating organs. Right beside of it, there's a place they'll put armed forces, um, and that's where they honor their veterans. Where we don't have to carry all the I don't have to carry my VA card. I don't have to carry a bunch of extra stuff around me all the time. They put it on their license. Uh, but I'm to the point of it makes me mad. I don't yell and scream and curse and carry on when I get mad. I talk to you just like I am now. You'll never know I'm mad till it's too late. But I'm putting this out there just for the ones that wants to criticize and stuff. I still support David and News Now Houston until it's proven otherwise. He stirred a lot of crap up, and I tell you what, he really has stirred the pot up down there. Uh, and Furry Potato, I don't care what anybody says. I find nothing that she did wrong, and I am a very big critic of doing things wrong and bringing stuff on yourself. And I pay attention to detail. That's something that they trained us in the military is to pay attention to detail. Um, and very good at it. My better half, she gets aggravated. Says, "You don't have to pay so close attention to things, do you?" I said, "Yes, um, but I support David. I support Furry Potato. I can't wait to see some more videos that she puts out. I enjoy watching her audits. I enjoy News Now Patrick. I love watching Patrick. Uh, NNP. I think that's where. Uh, uh, I think it's Jose. I can't remember all of them from out. You know, I'm I'm appalled to things that's going on. You know, they're stirring up things amongst the auditors. I see it. I see it. I've been watching it very closely before I ever started doing this video stuff. Before I even decided to start doing it, I've been watching what's going on. I've been paying to detail, and it's not over yet for some of you auditors. It's it could get worse uh, because the corruption in this country with our public servants has got so bad that that some people that's been watching, like the auditors, are sick of the way that Americans are being treated. I'm sick of it. There's no reason for it. I don't know how well this video is going to turn out because here I'll turn my camera around. You can see this is my big red Peterbilt. I love my truck. Uh, I haul um, ingredients for to a meal for farm animals and stuff like that. Um, I go up to Michigan. and bring it down to Ohio. I go into Indiana. That's where I'm at now. I'm in Fort Wayne, Indiana, headed back to Ohio with my second load of the day. This morning, I had to do a detour. We had a semi that on is State Route 127 in between Van Wert, Ohio, and Salina. Car and a semi somehow collided. The semi went through a house, um, and lucky thing, the mother and her two daughters wasn't hurt. Um, so I had to do a detour, which it made it, made me about 45 minutes run behind on getting home tonight. My wife, she's at work, and so anyway, I just I'm frustrated at the ignorance that people want to do. I'm frustrated with the way people want to pop their gums and talk bad about someone. Don't know how they're living. Well, if they're not hurting you, physically hurting you, then it's none of your business or my business. Furry Potato is not hurting nobody. And because I disagree with her lifestyle of the way she's wanting to live, doesn't mean I have a right to bash her. Long as she gives me respect, I will respect her all to the moon and back. You know, I've talked to David on the phone once. Like to talk to him again. Um, uh, but if anybody wants to interview me about, you're more than welcome to call my phone number or send me an email. I don't check them as often as I should. I've got to get in a habit of email more, a couple, 3 times a day. With this truck, I use email a lot, so more. But my email address, I'll give it. I'm not sure how to put it in my description, but I'll get that figured out. My email address is rce1707 at iCloud.com. That's RCE 1707 at iCloud.com. And my phone number, my direct phone, is 937 844 1954. That's 937 844. I'm not afraid to put my information like that out. Only thing I would ask you, unless it's emergency, don't call me after 9 o'clock at night. I know this won't go over well, but okay, it's out there. Um, but I just see everybody should be sticking together to get our public servants back in line like they should be. And it's going to take more than just a handful doing it. It's going to take America, United States citizens, to get us back on track. We need to take our government back over and make their leaders work for America again. I'm a supporter of Donald Trump, but it seems to me that the Democrat side of it has a hatred for him that it makes it hard on him even trying to do something. I think he really wants to do what is going to help America. And everybody is thinking, well, I don't stir the pot. I don't cause no trouble or no hard feelings. So I'm not going to say nothing. The only way we will hold our public servants together or accountable is show them that we're not going to stand for this stuff no more. The police departments from the city, county, state, and federal, they need to know that we're not standing for just anything that they want to dish out to us anymore. They can't just treat us any way they want to and the way they want to. America has forgot that we was founded on the Constitution of the United States. And like I said, I know some will watch this video and they will mock it, make fun of me, say nasty things. I don't care. Don't threaten my life. Don't try to threaten me with bodily harm. I don't stand kindly for that. And you can step behind your little computer, your little iPhone, and say nasty things, but don't come up to me with that kind of thing. It won't turn out well for you because I don't live like that. I've got a good family. My 7-year-old loves everything about my truck. That's my little truck driving buddy. Matter of fact, he's 7 years old, and I can work the fuel pedal on this thing, and he can shift all 10 gears in this truck, and I'm proud of him. I've been doing this a long time. Right at 40 years, I've been driving trucks, and I'm glad I don't have to be on the road no more. But anyway, I'm gonna cut this off because I'm fixing to get into an area where the phone service ain't very good. It wants to cut in and out. But anyway, I'm gonna let you go. And I said what I meant. I said about, and I mean every word I said about Earl David Warden and Furry Potato. I got nothing against them. I support them all the way until they show me that I can't support them. Like I said, I can't tell them how to live their lives. I can't tell Furry Potato what to do. Like I said, I enjoy their videos, and David stirred the pot up till he's got them coming after him, and and they're going to do everything they can to destroy him. Furry Potato, you hang in there, girl. I support you 100%. And I ask everybody else, really last thing I have to say is, if you don't agree with somebody or what they're doing, uh, don't bash them. You don't have to like it. You can say, I don't like you for that. But they have feelings. They bleed just like you and me. They hurt just like everybody else does. And that's the bottom line. Right now, David's just been charged with some crap. That's all it is, charges. And he has the right to have his day in court to straighten things out. It's going to be an expense. And I ask everybody now, if you want to support David and use Now Houston, go to his PayPal. I don't have that information, or I'd put it in the description for him. Um, any other auditors, support your auditors that's trying to help hold up the Constitution, hold our public servants accountable for what they do. Uh, Go support them, but don't bash them. That's going too far. So anyway, it's Trucker Pep. I'll let you guys go, and you guys have a wonderful afternoon.